Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, we are going to talk about preparing for basic training, and more importantly, we're going to talk about the fitness aspect of preparing for basic training. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So first thing you're going to want to get squared away is running. And the biggest thing about the running is going to be conditioning your feet, ankles, shin, knees, everything to handle the running. You can be in great shape, you can lift a lot of weights and all that stuff like that, but if you can't handle the running, that's going to lead to injuries. And if you get an injury and you have to stop training and recycle and start all over again, that's not going to be any fun. So I would truly suggest that you try running at least 5 times a week, and a minimum of a mile. I would say 2 miles if you can every day for 5 days a week, and further if you can, if you want to, but at least I would say 1 mile, 5 days a week. Get your body squared away and used to running at least. That's a bare minimum. I would suggest doing more, but at a bare minimum, 1 mile, 5 days a week. Next thing you're going to want to be prepared for is rucking. So that's going to be having 35 plus pounds on your back. You're going to be rucking in combat boots, holding your weapon. You're going to be doing 4 miles, 8 miles, 16 miles. It goes up, and also depending on where you're going to basic training. So my biggest suggestion for that would be to go for hikes with a weighted backpack. Real easy, real simple. Go for a hike, get yourself used to carrying some weight on your back. And kind of learn how to carry the weight higher up on your shoulders so that you can be prepared for those rucks and make them easier on yourself. They're not going to be a ton of fun per se, but the more prepared you are for them, the better they'll be. And they'll just, they'll become too easy at that point for you. Next thing, push-ups. You're going to do push-ups all the time. You're doing them for fun. You're going to do them for no reason. You're going to do them at random times. You're just going to do push-ups all the time. That's just one of the biggest discipline aspects that the military uses. So be ready to do push-ups. Honestly, I would say be able to do 40 push-ups, no problem, before you go to basic training. And then you should be prepared for whatever's going to happen. They'll do things like around the world push-ups where everyone does a push-up going all the way around the room, and then you keep going one push-up at a time, and it goes and goes and goes. And if anyone falls out, you start over again. So don't be the guy that falls out. Next thing is going to be pull-ups. I would suggest learning how to do pull-ups. Get good at pull-ups. Just start, using an assisted pull-up machine. Get started with that if you can't do a regular pull-up. Be able to do 10 in a row like it's no problem. And especially if you want to go to airborne school, air assault school, or if you try to go into the Ranger Regiment, or if you want to go to SF, anything like that, I would highly suggest you could do pull-ups. That's going to be one thing that is kind of unique to different jobs and areas of the Army. And if you can do pull-ups, you're going to be able to set yourself apart from the rest. Next thing, deadlifts. So the new Army Combat Fitness Test, which I have not personally taken yet, it doesn't technically go into effect fully until next year, in 2020. So I haven't taken this fitness test yet, but deadlifts are on the new Army Combat Fitness Test. And I believe if you're going to basic training within this next year, that's what you're going to be taking. So with that being said, deadlifts, I'm not saying go crazy on your deadlift weight, but if you don't know how to properly deadlift, I would suggest learning a bit about deadlifting before you go, because deadlifting is an easy way to hurt yourself if you do it wrong. It's all within your back, and if you screw up your back straight into the Army, that could be the end of your career right away. So I would suggest just having an idea of how to deadlift. Don't be scared of it. I'm not trying to scare you here, but it is important that you understand and have a strong back to deadlift. Next thing, core strength. So sit-ups are going to be an important thing you can do, and also just a good core strength. You're going to do flutter kicks and 6-inch holds and leg lifts and stuff like that all the time, as another form of punishment and discipline, and just regular Army PT. But if you have a good strong core, these things are going to be a lot easier for you. It's going to be easier for you to climb ropes and do the obstacle courses and all that kind of stuff. So a strong core is definitely something you're going to want to have when you go to basic training. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention, it's just a quick video, some simple things you can work on. The last thing is going to be sleep and sickness. So you're not going to sleep a lot all the time. You're going to be tired, especially if you're coming right from high school and you've never really done a whole lot with being exhausted and working and playing sports and stuff like that. You're going to be tired. It's going to be a new thing to you. Not a big deal, but you're going to be tired. So just expect to be, wanting sleep and not being able to get sleep. It's not that big a deal. It's really too easy, but just be ready for that. And at the same time, with that sleep, being sleep deprived like that, you're going to get sick. And you're going to have a bunch of guys in one small area, and you're going to get sick. These things happen. But what I'm going to tell you is don't go to sick call for minor illnesses. So if you're a little stuffed up, I'm kind of stuffed up right now, right? I wouldn't go to sick call for this. My throat hurts a little bit. I wouldn't go to sick call for that. The reason being, if you go to sick call for anything and they tell you cannot train that day, or you can't train from this time to that time, and you miss an important part of training, you're going to have to restart that entire phase and or that entire basic training. And you don't want to do that. So I'm going to tell you, if you're tired and you're feeling a little sick, suck it up. You'll be fine. And those 10 weeks will be done before you know it. And then you can go and get your hot tea and whatever you need to feel better. But don't go to sick call for little illnesses while you're in basic training. It's not worth getting recycled and have to do it all over again, because you're going to get sick again. So with that being said, guys, that is this video. Just those quick few points, things to work on. So running, be prepared to ruck, push-ups, pull-ups, deadlifts, and core strength. Work on those things before you go. Feel confident with those things, and you should have a much, much better time at basic training. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.